We gonna make it do what it do, YouTube. Come on through, my dude. Or do that if you're a lady. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a few minutes. We about to get these other platforms rocking and rolling. As I always say, come on in, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10. Because it's the Floating Yogis Book Club. And if you ain't know, we about to go in. So, this is just a few moments for you to, as I like to say, get your life together. And I encourage you to do so. Maybe that means grab yourself a drink, get yourself something that's going to get you in the mood, in this position to, learn something. It ain't got to be super deep. We just out here growing and flowing. All right. Now that we got everything up, last but not least, we got the last IG. Let's put this thing on the TV. Boom. Cooking with gas. All right. UWE is live. We about to go live on The Floating Yogi. Yes. And as I always say, like I said, come on in, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10. Because it's the Floating Yogis Book Club, and we about to go in. Don't worry, I'm going to say it again. In case you missed it. Come on, right? The bars be hard, yo. The bars be hard. They be straight up jail bars. They're so hard.
I love it.
All right, we got this.
Remember, don't forget to check into UEDC on IG for your meditation with Tony and Jerry. Hey, let's do it. I can't spit bars like you. I'm sorry, I tried.
Hey, good enough. Welcome,
I'll get there.
Peace and love. We got all the streaming, doing what they do. As I always say, come on in, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10, because it's the Floating Yogis Book Club, and we about to go in. This week we'll be reading Who Moved My Cheese, so this is the perfect time. If you have the book, if you want to download the PDF, because it's free $99, you can find it somewhere, then this is the time to do that. We just going to intro our folk. We just going to let you know about who helped me be me, who's part of the crew, who helped me do what I do. We got my dude, Payoger. He's one of them too. And he's from a dimension where people are our greatest resource. And daggone it, he's one of them. Check in, find out about the daily meditation, movement, accountability, find ways that you can be held accountable, in the ways that you want, and ways that are going to just promote your growth, promote your evolution, promote your spiritual, your personal growth, your business growth. People who actually care about you and follow through with actions. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he going to give you the blurb and the spiel and everything. And while we do that, come on, invite those friends, because I'm about to slide up here and do that thing myself. So I'm gonna give y'all a moment while he rapping, and he gonna tell you about what we doing, how we just helping the community a little bit.
All right. I am Tony, and my message for everybody is so simple. People are our greatest resource. I live, move, and breathe it, and I preach it. Don't worry, I don't push it. I just believe it. So, with that being said, feel free to check in UWE.DC for your daily meditation check-in like I started on before. Hit that little button that says I moved and meditated today, and then you can join the growth gang. Real simple. You get a little shout out, keep your meditation up. But remember also to check out UWEDC.com to get in on the Zoom room, make an account, keep in touch, and keep moving and flowing.
Yeah, he's spot on with that one right there. Yeah, definitely hop into the UEDC.com. In there we have so much available. I'm trying to tell you, we have so much available, from breath work, from meditation, from flows. What is it that you need? And we're going to be able to bring it to you. I'm telling you, it's on the website, and if it ain't, it's about to be. Because we've been recording, we got a whole bunch of stuff in the works. So I highly encourage you to check out the UEDC.com and go on and send that message. Be like, yo, let me create an account and see what they got for me. Oh, I can hop into the book club and chat and rap with them and find this growth and evolution. Find ways to take those on mat lessons off the mat and into my life. Oh my gosh, that sounds exciting. Speaking of the exciting things that we're doing, some of the people who help us to piece these things together. Another one, we got UWE. This is brought to you by UWE, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, where we are restructuring health and wellness in the community, one healthy habit at a time. Maybe that's in schools, maybe that's in different corporate settings, maybe it's, events and festivals for the community. But it's definitely some type of program that we can come in that we know is going to be there, that's going to be sustainable for us, that's going to show us a new way to live with a better state of well-being. I mean, come on now. We also got life form mats. Those are the mats that I use my daggone self to realize these moments. Hey, what's good? What's good? Glad you came through. Who else we got? We got life form mats. We got UWE life form mats, the fire mats, the slip resistant Jones. I'm trying to tell you, they like the Cadillac of yoga mats. Yo, Jones is fire. We also got MyFitDC, one of our partners, bringing you this. Check them out. This will be streamed through them as well. You'll be able to reach us through them. Teamwork makes the dreams work. We also got Buddha Blessing. We got Payoga Universe. We got Brent LV for all your digital assets, your digital needs. And
no commercials.
No commercials. Of course, we got no commercials in here. I'm about to rap with him in a minute. Do some sound stuff because I got some magic coming. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, now that we got everything out, we talking about the new book. Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese? I'm kind of excited for this nice little short breezy read. I'm kind of excited for it. If you have read this book, go and put a 1 in the chat. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and 2 Instagram accounts, Twitter, all them junks. So come on in, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite 10, because we about to go in. All right. Who Moved My Cheese? A simple parable that reveals profound truths about change. Is it an amusing or enlightening? It is an amusing and enlightening story of 4 characters who live in a maze and look for cheese to nourish them to make them happy. 2 are mice named Sniff and Scurry, and 2 are little people, being the size of mice, who look and act a lot like people. Their names are Hem and Haw. Cheese is a metaphor for what you want to have in life, whether it's good job, a loving relationship, money, a possession, health, or spiritual peace of mind. The maze is where you're looking for what you want. The organization you work in, or the family or community you live in. In the story, the characters are faced with unexpected change. Eventually, one of them deals with it successfully and writes what he has learned from this experience on the maze walls. When you come to see the handwriting on the wall, you can discover for yourself how to deal with change so that you can enjoy less stress and more success, however you define it, in your work and in your life. Written for all ages, the story takes less than an hour to read, but its unique insights can last for a lifetime. I'm here for that. That means small input, large output. RTS. It does not mean return to sender. So hopefully you vibing with me. What up, sunshine, sweetheart? How you doing, pretty lady? Come on into the Zoom room. Huh?
I didn't get it until just now. So, I got it before, but I got that it's common. Cheese is a metaphor for what you want to have in life. So, most people talk about that cheddar, they talk about money. And I only equated it with money before, and I thought the book was about money. But it just being the general metaphor, I get it.
Oh, I like that. That means it's going to hit in a whole nother way. All right, we're going to tap.
I'm going to be thinking cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster.
All right, we're just going to start the story. and then we'll come back and read some of the prefix stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get it. One sunny Sunday in Chicago, several former classmates who were good friends in school gathered for lunch. Having attended their high school reunion the night before, they wanted to hear more about what's happening in each other's lives. After a good deal of kidding and a good meal, they settled into interesting conversation. Angela, who had been one of the more popular people in class, said, "Life sure turned out different than I thought it would when we were in school. A lot has changed." I support those thoughts. It certainly has, Nathan echoed. They knew he had gone into his family's business, which had operated pretty much the same and had been a part of the local community for as long as they could remember. So they were surprised when he seemed concerned. He asked, "But have you noticed how we don't want to change when things change?" That's a real space to be in. Carlos said, "I guess we resist changing because we're afraid of change." "Carlos, you were captain of the football team," Jessica said. "I never thought I'd hear you say anything about being afraid." They all laughed as they realized that although they had gone off in different directions, from working at home to manage companies, they were experiencing similar feelings. Everyone was trying to cope with the unexpected changes that were happening to them in recent years, and most admitted that they did not know a good way to handle them. Then Michael said, "I used to be afraid of change. When a big change came along in our business, we didn't know what to do. We didn't adjust and we almost lost it. That's it," he continued, "until I heard a funny little story that changed everything." "How so?" "Well, the story changed the way I look at change. From losing something to gaining something, and it showed me how to do it. After that, things quickly improved at work and in my life. At first, I was annoyed with the obvious simplicity of the story because it sounded like something we might have been told in school. Then I realized it was really annoying with myself for not seeing the obvious and doing what works when things change. When I realized the 4 characters in the story represented the various parts of myself, I decided who I wanted to act like, and I changed. Later, I passed the story on to some people in our company, and they passed it on to others, and soon the business did much better. Because most of us adapted to change better, and like me, many people said it helped them in their personal lives. I mean, it makes a world of a difference being able to adapt to change in your personal life. Lord, if you are in any type of romantic relationship, being able to adapt to change will keep you in it. If you want to be in it. If you want to be in it. That's it. We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving because this ain't a romantic book. Go on. Drop the gem. Go on, drop it.
Even before I got married, I understood that the person you marry is not the same person they will be in 50 years. If your goal is for life, you're not marrying the person you're marrying today. You're marrying them for who they are, including the changes.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, like, that's who you met. I know some people who've been together for a long time, like 10, 15, 20 years. And then the people who made it like 15, 20 years, typically, they're like, nah, I get it. They go through their phases. But the ones that are just new and they're seeing their spouse, their partner, maybe it's 2 years in, maybe it's 3 years in, and they're seeing their partner do something a little bit different, it gets to be like a little bit of a, you didn't used to do that. Why'd you do that? You used to do this. What's going on? Instead of allowing them the space to explore and truly be who they are. I don't want to say be a different person because they're the same person. It's just they got excited about something. Sometimes we see people in our highs and their excitement. Sometimes we see people who are like pursuing things and we associate that pursuit. We associate that passion with them when it's just an aspect of them. They exist when it's not there. And they might be it might seem like a different person because we're not seeing that joy that we always see from them. We're not seeing that excitement. We're not seeing that hunger that we see from them or how they go about achieving it. So the changes happen. The cycles happen. Marry, be with, choose the person because you're like, nah, I just rock with this person. They're going to go through changes. I've seen them go through changes. Hopefully before you make a big commitment, see them go through some changes. Seasons are real. And make the decision. Move on. It's that simple. Or move on with them. However you do it. But clear sight. It was something else I wanted to tap in on that. I like how he, in the previous paragraph, he says, I realized the 4 characters in the story represented various parts of myself. I decided who I wanted to act like. And I changed. That's impactful. And it also says something about representation. Being able to see the different aspects, being able to relate, being able to see different characters, and being able to self-reflect enough to relate those characters to ourselves. And then choose which is going to be the best response. Hey, what up, Brent? Welcome, my dude. However, there were very few people who said they got nothing out of it. They either knew the lesson or they were already living it. Or, more commonly, they thought they already knew everything and didn't want to learn. Yeah, that's a lot of reality. They couldn't see why so many others were benefiting from it. When one of our senior executives who was having difficulty adapting said the story was a waste of his time, the other people kicked him saying they knew which character he was in the story, meaning the one who learned nothing new and did not change. It gets perplexing. What's the story? Angela asked. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? The group laughed. I think I like it already, Carlos said. Would you tell us the story? Maybe we can get something from it. Sure, Michael replied. I'd be happy to. It doesn't take long. And so it begins. Dang, this is kind of like borderline a challenge. Can we read this whole thing before? No, we're not doing 68 pages in an hour. Next week. So we'll read a little bit more. They said it'd take under an hour.
Yeah, I saw that part too. I was like, oh, well, maybe I should have just done it then.
Who knows? All right, well, we're going to read a little bit of it. And we'll see what we get. The story of who moved my cheese. Boom, boom. Once, long ago in a land far away, there lived 4 little characters who ran through a maze looking for cheese to nourish them and make them happy. I feel like I'm reading a movie scene. 2 were mice named Sniff and Scurry. And 2 were little people, beings who were as small as mice, but who looked and acted a lot like people today. The names were Him and Haw. What up, Megan? Hopefully you've signed up for the UWE page and you could slide on in the UWE Zoom room. We reading Who Moved My Cheese. It's good to digitally see you in here. Know that you vibing with us. All right. Due to their small size, it would be easy not to notice what the 4 of them were doing. But if you look closely enough, you could discover the most amazing things. Every day, the mice and the little people spent time in the maze looking for their own special cheese. The mice, Sniff and Scurry, possessing only simple rodent brains, but good instincts, searched for the hard, nibbling cheese that they liked, as mice often do. The 2 little people, Him and Haw, used their brains filled with many beliefs and emotions to search for a very different kind of cheese, with a capital C, which they believed would make them feel happy and successful. As different as the mice and little people were, they shared something in common. Every morning, they each put their jogging suits in, running shoes on, left their little homes, and raced out into the maze to look for their favorite cheese. Okay. The maze was a labyrinth of corridors and chambers, some containing delicious cheeses, but there were also dark corners and blind alleys leading nowhere. It was an easy place for anyone to get lost. However, for those who found their way, the maze held secrets that let them enjoy a better life. The mice, Sniff and Scurry, used the simple trial and error method to find cheese. They ran down one corridor, and if it proved empty, they'd turn around and run down another. They remembered the corridors that held the cheese and quickly went to new areas. Oh, they like, hold up, let's monopolize this. Sniff would smell the general direction of the cheese using his great nose, and Scurry would race ahead. It sounds like they got a good teamwork situation happening. They got lost, as you